Go, 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 let's get it. I'm a trapping fanatic, that shit automatic, so I cannot turn it on or off. Bitches all on my dick, then she hop on my dick, I'm like, why you keep hopping on and off? Your bitch all on my dick, she be doing the most, I tell her, little bitch, she so extra. And my gun up on me, but not run up on me, niggas, they wanna fight, they some wrestlers.
Kushina Uzumaki had been bedridden for many years with a strange unknown illness. Although many doctors were sent her way, she couldn't be cured. It slowly ate away at her body, and eventually, she would die with her son Naruto right next to her. He cried for days as his mother was the only one in this world that he had. Kushina did have a plan though. She had gotten in the favor of the 4th Hokage, who promised to take care of Naruto, but he was not allowed to learn how to use chakra properly. This was fun, as Minato would have his own teacher, Jiraiya, instruct the boy occasionally. One night, as the Jinchuriki of the Leaf had finally passed away, the Leaf was also attacked. In this attack, Naruto was helping some of the villagers get to safety. He runs back into the danger and gets cornered by strange men in black and red outfits. They revealed themselves to have the same color hair as Naruto, which meant they were also from the Uzumaki clan. Naruto Uzumaki, the son of Kushina and our great lord, we've come to kill you. Naruto begins to run away hearing this, as he remembers a time when his mother warned him. She warned him about the rest of the clan and how they hated him, since his mother was the favorite out of all the wives. However, she had no wealth within the clan, which caused many of the factions to then turn on her. As Naruto ran, his arm was then cut off by a blade. Poison tags were then placed on his chest, causing, his chest to corrode and for him to cough up more blood. Naruto laid on the ground, cursing the world. If only he had learned chakra or became even stronger somehow, he'd be able to fight back and defend himself. As a blade got closer and closer, it was blocked, so fast that Naruto couldn't even see it. He then sees a new red-haired individual defend him. Naruto gets glimpses of his face and sees strange purple eyes. What the hell? The strange man then defends Naruto, but the clothing he was wearing was truly strange. He would walk over to Naruto to see him bleeding out, as he then grabs him by the collar. Naruto's eyes could barely open, as he was trying to remain alive and focus, but his life was slowly fading away. He was then dragged to the location where the Nine Tails was, and he was laid down once again. I've come to grant you something. You are my ancestor after all, but let's see how much you change history with this. Naruto's mind then goes blank before he wakes up in a bed. What just happened? Was that a dream? I see that you're awake, Master. Naruto looks around the room to see no one, so where could this strange voice have come from? Who was that? It was me, Master. Is that voice really coming from inside my head? Wait, my arm. Naruto looks at his arm to see that it was there. Just, how do I have it back? That felt so real. It definitely wasn't a dream. I'm sure it was cut off. Naruto then looks at his arm to then see it was different as well. There was a strange black marking. A seal of some sort. Yes, that is the seal that harbors the nine-tailed fox, Kurama. Wait, who's speaking inside of my head? I am Sky Corporation's 7th generation nanomachine. I don't really know what that means at all, nanomachine. Master, may I transfer basic information to your head to help you better understand the situation around you? Yeah, that's fine if it'll tell me what happened last night. Naruto then feels this excruciating pain, which causes him to throw up on the ground. What the hell, nanomachine? That is a normal reaction to the information being transferred to your body. Alright, so you were somehow implanted into me? But that doesn't make any sense. Oh well. Nano. Yes, Master? Transfer all the information on the abilities that, well, we currently have. Master, that will take up to 5 hours to transfer. In these hours, your body will be in a deep sleep. Do you still wish to accept? Yeah, go ahead. Naruto then falls asleep and wakes up in the afternoon, and he sits up, continuing to vomit. This is when the 4th Hokage would walk into the room to check on Naruto, as he would then still hear the voice in his head. Information on the nanomachine abilities is complete, as you now have access to all of it. Naruto smirks. Begin automatic self-heal on internal organs. Naruto then tells Minato he's fine. I just need a little bit more rest. Minato nods, but he also sits down looking at Naruto with a very serious expression. Naruto, I have to tell you something, but try your best to remain calm. This may be your home, but the leader of the Uzumaki village has requested that you return, as he says you are his son. He hopes you will return within the time that you turn 14 years old. Wait, I only have a couple of months before I have to leave? Yes, I'm sorry, as I can no longer protect you any longer. As the Kage of this village, I do not wish to start another war. You will always have a place here though, so visit any time that you can. Minato hugs Naruto and stands back up. Wait, Lord Fourth. Can I ask a favor? Can you show me the Rasengan one more time? Minato nods and creates a ball of chakra for Naruto before leaving the room. Nano, did you record that? Yes, Master. Analysis and recording of the Rasengan has been completed. Would you like to transfer this information as well? No, not right now. I'm not supposed to know anything about chakra. Or they'll kill me. As I am now, I can't fight against my clan and those who already want to kill me. But that's going to change with your help. Nano, can you transfer me to the realm of the Nine Tails within my body? Yes. Would you like to go now? Will you still be able to assist me even in that realm? Yes, I am a part of you, so my assistance can always be used until your death. Naruto smirks, allowing it to happen as he appears in front of a gate. The Nine Tails then snarls at Naruto, asking why he was here. Naruto ignores this question, instead, talking to Nano. Nano, is it possible to release him from this seal? Yes, but I would not advise that. Why is that? Because Kurama seems to be hostile towards you and your clan due to constantly sealing him for many generations. I see. Well then, why don't I talk to him instead? Hey Kurama, how does a mere human know my name? Especially in Uzumaki. Don't worry about that right now. I'd like to ask you to come with me. I'm going back to my original home within the Uzumaki village. But I plan to destroy all the factions that my mother has told me about and rewrite their history, becoming the leader. I plan to become strong enough to change everything, but I need allies who will stick by my side, as I'm asking you to be the first one of them and help me take them down. I don't need an answer right now, but I'd like you to think about it. I think it'll benefit both of us. The beast snarls and Naruto opens his eyes, still in the hospital room, but he goes home. He walks over to a picture of him and his mother, as he prays to it, saying he will avenge her no matter what. Nano, I'd like you to scan all the scrolls that my mother has left for me, and then transfer the content into my brain. Naruto begins to go through, the scrolls, and do this for hours. After they were scanned, he burns them to get rid of the evidence. Alright, Nano. What do we have now? You've completed the scan of 40 scrolls. The transfer of this content will take 10 hours to do so. Is that fine? Yeah, Go ahead. Naruto falls to the ground, and 10 hours go by. As it's the next day early in the morning, Naruto gets up after slowly vomiting for a couple minutes and notices that his body feels different. He throws his shirt to the ground and also notices that his body seemed a little more toned than it used to be. Nano, what's happened to my body? It's been reconstructed to better suit taijutsu, genjutsu, and kenjutsu. Wait, Nano. Can you play the augmented reality of the 4th Hokage for me? This is when the area around Naruto lights up in blue, and a holographic Minato appears right in front of him. Naruto looks forward and throws a rock as Minato moves out of the way in a flash. Nano, make the hologram play defensive and try to only avoid my attacks. If I have only 2 months to train, then I'm going to make my body the best it can be to overcome anything in my way. I'll become fast enough to even rival the 4th Hokage speed. Naruto digs his heels into the ground and flash steps towards Minato, but he doesn't even get close. Damn it. Well, he's not the yellow flash for no reason. Hours go by until Naruto decides to take a break. Nano, how many attacks did I land? You landed 0 attacks. Damn! Master, would you also like to learn the Flying Raijin to improve this training? What do you mean Flying Raijin? Nano then explains how Minato was moving so fast and the history that's been recorded on Minato. After pondering this, Naruto asked another question. Nano, if you have information on many past jutsu, do you also have information on the 2nd Hokage's version of the Flying Raijin? Yes. Would you like that to be transferred? Yeah, go ahead. Naruto then feels the same pain as before, but he manages to hold back himself from throwing up. Looks like I'm making some type of progress. But damn, that still feels shitty. Alright, let's try it out. The hologram of Minato then appears once again. And Naruto breathes in and out. He flash steps with even greater speed and manages to touch a hair on Minato's head before slamming into a tree. Naruto wipes the blood from his nose while smiling, but falls to the ground in pain. Nano, what the hell just happened? Your body has not properly developed the muscles for this jutsu, so there will be damage to them. Oh, I see. Well, let's go back for the day. The next day, Naruto goes out and continues to master the Flying Raijin so that he could prepare himself. It takes Naruto the entire 2 months of non-stop training to even perfect and improve upon this technique. This is when he sets out to the Whirlpool Village. When Naruto arrives, he's greeted by guards and taken to a run-down house. Figures as much. I didn't expect to get special treatment even if I am the son of the Lord. It's supposed to begin soon, so I won't have that long to live here. Naruto goes out to explore, as this is when he runs into the twins of the Poison faction. Dear brother, look. It's more filth. Tsunami, don't be so rude. The filth of this world should not be brought down to his level by comparing the two of them. Before they could say any more to Naruto, he had vanished from their sight. They both seem confused by this until a fruit hits their heads. They look up to see that Naruto is now standing on the rooftop chewing loudly. Sorry. You'll have to excuse my manners when eating. Filth like me doesn't properly know how to chew their food. Naruto then spits more out that lands towards them, and then laughs, before the twins begin to chase him down. Naruto jumps from roof to roof, but one of them gets right in front of him. They use a poison seal, as Naruto just barely evades it. Using the Flying Raijin, Naruto then vanished from their sight and got away. He stands in a dark alleyway as Nano begins to talk. Flesh has been injected with a toxic substance, activating auto heal. Naruto lays against the wall. Hey Nano, did you get a good read on them? Scan is incomplete. Great. I just got poisoned for nothing. Naruto then continues to walk around when he feels someone behind him. Naruto turns, seeing someone much older than him then stand there. Oh, you managed to detect me without chakra control at all. You might be something special, actually. Maybe you're not filth. Anyway, I'm Takagami, your eldest brother, and member of the Stealth faction. If you need anything, come find me and ask me, if you can. He vanishes in smoke and Naruto is left there stunned. The son of the Stealth clan. Well, it seems I'm at the bottom of the Lord's priorities. I'm his last and final son. Not only that, I'm the son of his most hated wife. It makes sense that there will be a wall between all of us. However, I cannot forgive him for what he's done for my mother, neglecting her and letting the rest of the factions turn on her and get her killed. I know the Poison Clan has something to do with it, and the Stealth Clan probably does too, as they couldn't sneak into the village without them. And finally, the other factions. I have to see what they know about this incident as well. This situation seems more complicated than I originally thought. Naruto walks throughout the town, and towards the end of the day, he goes into a training room that the clan head's children have access to. He learns of this through following the Blade Clan's two sons who were also his elder brothers, Igaro and Ogato. As they went into the rooms to begin training together, Naruto was in his own separate room, where he had Nano do the augmented reality of the battle between Izuna and Tobirama. Naruto watches closely as the hologram of Tobirama outspeeds Izuna in every exchange and lands the final blow quickly. Nano, is it possible to have the second Hokage and the fourth Hokage battle with the data present? Yes, it is. Alright, do that for me, but slow it down as I want to see something. Naruto then watches both versions of the Flying Raijin Jutsu in front of him, and decides that the fourth Hokage's version was more effective. However, if he were to learn it, it puts the leaf at risk. If Naruto learned this famous jutsu that gained the fourth Hokage his nickname, the clan will believe that he was trained and a war would outbreak between the two villages, which would also spark a war between many other villages as well. It's fine. I'll stick with the second Hokage's version anyway. The speed of the original still puts me far ahead of many other people here. Well, except for my siblings, as I know right now. They also have an advantage, and the trials of the clan do begin tomorrow, so I have to train as hard as I can tonight. Nano then makes an augmented reality of Jiraiya and Minato. The holograms appear and Naruto begins to spar with him until he becomes exhausted from this battle. Nano, how many times did I win? 0. God damn. They really are no joke. I guess I am pretty lucky I met them before I came here. I'm pretty lucky I met you too, Nano. My strength won't stop here though. I'll get strong and take down everyone in my way. Naruto gets up and goes to the bathhouse before changing into the robes that he was given. As he looks at them, he notices the condition of them. Of course I got something like this. There are multiple holes in it, exposing my skin for easy points of my body to attack. However, today is the day where I see all the people who are connected to my mother's death. Nano, when we arrive, make sure to scan every person around us, no matter how many of them there are. Naruto walks towards another side of the village and sees a gate within the village. There was a large crowd around, as there had to be at least 500 candidates. Naruto couldn't see what was going on, so he jumped to a rooftop and used Nano to zoom in. He sees one Uzumaki walk up towards a strange ball as he places his hand upon it, and after channeling his chakra into it, the gate would open for him. Damn it. How will I get in without proper chakra control? Wait a minute. Nano, is it possible for you to help me release my chakra through a certain portion or part of my body? Yes, but this will cause immense strain and pain, as this will also destroy your muscles whenever you choose to release it. That's fine. All I need to do is get in this first test, and then I can learn how to use my chakra after that. I'll take the risk. I need to get in that gate no matter what. Naruto slips through the crowd because he is smaller than everyone else and makes it towards the front. This is where he sees his older siblings take part in the entry test as they make it in with ease. Right after Koya makes it in, Naruto would step up as well. Kagami, a royal guard of the clan head, looks down. Name: Naruto Uzumaki. Lineage: Kushina and the clan or lord of the... As Naruto stutters while saying this, everyone around him begins to drop their jaws as whispers begin to happen, realizing who he was. The final, lost son of the clan head. Kagami was truly shocked because out of all the Lord's children, Naruto seemed to look like him the most. Place your hand on the ball and force your own chakra to open the gate. Naruto places his palm to the ball and tells Nano to do it now. Suddenly, his arm began to glow as the ball in front of him was completely shattered. The door then flew open and slammed against the side walls, making a loud noise. The children of the main clans turned around to see Naruto standing there with his arm covered in blood, as the wind from the door shocked them. Hell yeah, Nano. We made it through. They all looked shocked to see that Naruto was even in there with them. Just how could this be possible? Koya jumps towards Naruto with his hand extended, trying to finish off their battle from the other day. However, his arm is grabbed by a new figure. Zuko, the clan head's top advisor and guard, now stands there. The battles to determine your rank will be held once all the candidates are inside. The elder children then begin to walk away as Naruto thanks the guard. You are the spitting image of the Lord. Naruto, come with me to the infirmary. Naruto is taken to a building where they have tents set up all around it, as a medical shinobi then wraps his arm and begins to try to heal it. But Naruto tells Nano to only repair the really fatal wounds, as he only wants to be able to move it for the next part of the test. Once this is done, Naruto heads out to the main area where the ones who pass wait until further instruction. He decides to sit down alone and think while the others in other main factions stare him down. No one who enters the area even goes near him, as they all evade him as if he was the plague. Now that my identity is revealed, it seems making allies to take down the main factions it's going to be harder than I thought. The battles to determine my initial rank are going to start soon as well. But what should I do? If I lay low, that might work in my favor, but I need to gain allies through my trust and strength. So that could take even longer. But if I go all out, they'll suspect something is up. Hey Nano, what do you think? The most logical approach is to do both. Take some victories. This will show those around you the potential that you have, but lose to a strong foe. This way, there will be no suspicion at all. Naruto then thanks Nano before standing back up. There were only about 300 who had actually passed the first test, and now we see them all gathered together looking towards another tall building. Out from this building walked two guards who now stood before them. Bow your heads before greeting our Lord. All of the teens and some adults who were there bow their heads, as Naruto was one of the last to do so. He keeps his eyes towards a dark area and watches it closely. A man walks out in fancy robes with his long red hair swaying in the wind. As he stopped at the top of the steps, will those who are of my blood raise their heads? Togashi, the head of the Uzumaki clan, watches as 6 people raise their heads and make eye contact with him, as he makes eye contact with each one of them, and then he gets to the last person, Naruto, as the 2 lock eyes for quite a moment, before he would say, "Don't disappoint me, my children. I expect the highest results from you, even those who are not as skilled as the rest." Naruto's blood begins to boil as he tells Nano that there's going to be a change in their plans. The Lord then explains the ranked matches and decides to put a handicap on his children to not show favoritism to them. He states that his own children will be fighting the battles a 2-on-1. Hearing this, Naruto sighed. Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, even if it is still a 2-on-1, the odds are even with Nano on my side. The first match is revealed, and Naruto is the first up. He's allowed to pick a weapon of his choice. Naruto picks up a dagger, as he then, he would also wrap up his arm. Nano, is my arm good enough to move it if I need to? Nano confirms this, but Naruto still wants to play off as if he's injured. He walks forward, seeing 2 older, red-haired teens looking down on him. This is going to be an easy win for us to boost our rank. Yeah, you said it. Son of the Lord of Not. He won't be able to beat both of us. Even without chakra, I could beat him. Look how puny he is. They both then rush Naruto with their swords as Naruto watches them, lowering his stance. They seem to be moving slow. But why? Nano, what's up with this? You've become accustomed to the speed of the 2nd and 4th Hokage. I see. Well, this makes this easy then. Naruto takes a step with a great force, causing his speed to increase tenfold. He lands critical cuts against his 2 opponents and smiles, but then stops, realizing that when he turned around, they stood there perfectly fine. Damn it. Just, how is that possible? The Lord then sighs while watching. Without the use of complete chakra flow, he won't be able to survive past this point. Nano, do a scan of their bodies. Naruto gets in close, using his speed to dodge each of their blades while helping Nano scan. Technique complete. Known as complete chakra control, allows the user to coat their bodies in their own chakra for defense, healing, attacks, and enhancement of jutsu. This technique was derived from the 8 inner gates. Would you like the data to be transferred to your body? No, I can't afford to be asleep in this battle. Just store it for me. Nano, is there any way to break through the defense? Yes, if you are able to get in close, I will disable their chakra defense. Naruto begins to chuckle, causing his opponents to stand up straight, calling him crazy. I hope you 2 idiots can even keep up with my speed, cause I'm about to take it up a notch. Naruto takes a deep breath and grips his dagger tighter. The air around his body becomes stiff, and in an instant, he now stood behind the 2 Uzumaki. Each of their eyes had been slashed by his dagger. Everyone watching would drop their jaws, and Naruto himself tilted his head back towards them. You 2 just moved too damn slow for me. The 2 began to scream out in pain because of their eyes. But in an instant, they were both on the ground, as each of them was still conscious somehow, but now had large cuts across their chest. Naruto now stands over them and puts his feet on their chest. Give up and save me some time. They spit out blood but don't give up, actually holding on to Naruto's ankles. This caused Naruto to look up at the Lord and his guards, as the Lord would stand, saying something else. The battle concludes when an opponent gives up, or they are no longer breathing. Hearing this, Naruto kills them as they try to get back up.
He stands there with a cold expression on his face and blood on his hands, wondering just how many more will have to be killed before he can kill the man that is his father. Naruto steps down from the ring and sits down again alone. Even more would try to avoid him, believing him to be crazy and a monster. Some would even say it out loud. Naruto then says to himself, "It's funny that I'm believed to be a monster when you all are about to do the same, and possibly worse. Well, it seems I've already gained some eyes on me. I can't see where they are, but I can sense their chakra being directed towards me. I don't believe they are allies either. I think they're planning to take me down. Hey Nano, are you able to sense all the chakra that's being directed towards me?" "Yes, there are about 30 people in total." Naruto sighs, laying his head against the wall. "I need to win more matches so I don't have such a low rank. Maybe I'll win the next ones as well." Naruto looks up and watches the battles, and he has Nano scan the abilities being used. The second round would then begin as Naruto is matched up against Muichiro of the Poison faction. Naruto steps up into the circle-like area to fight again, and so does Muichiro, who is much bigger than Naruto. But he wasn't worried about that, as the battle would begin instantly. Naruto stays back, being cautious that he would be poisoned. His opponent would speak, noting how far away he was. "Don't tell me that you're scared of getting poisoned." "Of course you are. After all, I might use a poison that..." This is when Naruto tells him to stop, but he would continue on. "It might be something that you're used to, so why not just attack me head on?" Naruto has to calm himself down, and he waits for his opponent to then make the first move. With one step, Muichiro appears right in front of Naruto, who would duck under the kunai. Naruto then tries to flash step away using his speed to his advantage, or that's what he thought he could do, but his opponent is able to keep up, stabbing him in his side. This is when Naruto gains some distance, as Nano begins to alert him that a poisonous substance has entered the body. A self-heal then begins, as Naruto thanks Nano. "I'd be a goner if it wasn't for you. Now, back to him. How am I gonna beat him without making it obvious?" Naruto holds up his dagger and decides he's gonna have to win by forcing his opponent to then give up. He rushes in, shocking Muichiro, but in an instant, Naruto had vanished from his field of vision. "That's some speed, kid." Muichiro then blocks Naruto's dagger, "But that doesn't mean you'll be able to land a hit on me." He punches Naruto in the face, causing him to roll on the ground. Naruto then dodges a stomp and lands a kick, but Muichiro spits out blood, smiling. "Let's keep going." Muichiro then jumps in, landing a punch with poison, but Naruto cuts him across his cheek. Nano heals the poison, but Naruto has no answer for this battle. All he can do is keep attacking his opponent rapidly until his opponent would hopefully begin to slow down. The problem with this strategy is that they were both Uzumaki, meaning they had enough chakra to last them a while. This fight would be one that focused on endurance and power, and since Naruto lacked the power, he relied more on his endurance and speed to push him through this battle. Muichiro then lands a critical blow to his stomach, knocking the wind out of his body. Naruto stands there for a moment. He was left wide open for a poison tag to be placed on his chest. Naruto then tries to breathe, but the poison blocks up his lungs and slowly begins to attack his nerves. Muichiro then jumps back at Naruto for the finishing blow to end off this battle. But the last thing that Naruto hears before he blacks out is Nano say that he's entering the emergency defense mode. Muichiro's attack is then easily dodged and Naruto vanishes from the edge of the ring. The older Uzumaki would turn to see that Naruto was standing there, now with glowing eyes and a flowing chakra around his body. "So, you did have more in you. How impressive. But it's too bad that..." Muichiro is then cut off by the fist of Naruto that sends him flying off of the ring and into a wall. As he makes contact with it, he coughs up even more blood due to his ribs being broken and them piercing his organs. He would then die from blood loss as Naruto was seen on the ground, barely conscious. He hears that he's declared the winner and smiles, and in his last moment of consciousness, Naruto then tells Nano to transfer the complete chakra control technique to his body. Process will begin now and will be completed in 4 hours. Naruto opens his eyes and throws up beside his bed as he sees not only a doctor, but Kagami, one of the royal guards, in the room as well. Transfer of complete chakra control technique is complete. Good. Now, let's figure out why they're here. Sorry I keep causing you trouble. Kagami then asked Naruto what he did during the battle. What was that ominous white chakra that he released? It was more demonic than angelic. I don't know at all. All I can remember is being angry, and then I blacked out. Kagami sits there for a moment before pointing to Naruto's arm. Since he was shirtless, he could see the seal that covered it completely. Does it have something to do with that seal? I don't remember you having that when you were born. You were there? Of course I was. I was Lady Kushina's personal guard before she left the Whirlpool Village. But I do have a feeling you don't want it to be known. So, I'll keep that seal a secret for you. Naruto thanks him as he would leave the room, and Naruto decides to wrap his arm in bandages to hide the seal from anyone else. Well, let's see if it's true if I'm able to use the complete chakra control. Naruto stands there, focusing on his chakra from within his body, but he isn't able to bring it out at all. Kagami then walks back in, seeing this, and telling Naruto that his rank was Chunin Division C. Oh, you're trying to learn the complete chakra control technique. It seems you've gotten down the basics, but you still need help with the manifestation. So why don't I help you before I go? Wait, isn't that against the rules? It is, but I'm not really teaching you. I'm just showing you my own technique. Pay close attention though. Kagami's chakra then explodes around the room, feeling as if it's almost choking Naruto. The heat coming off of it then caused him to sweat as well, but then it's condensed into a smaller flame-like aura that flowed around him calmly. Naruto could still feel the same heat, but it was much more controlled. What's the difference between your technique and the others that were used? Mine is far more developed than the base technique. My complete chakra cloak has 5 out of the 7 stars. Zuko is even further along than me with 6, and the Lord, well, he has all 7. Most people around your age have none, but the kids of the Lord may already have 1. Wait, so how do I gain these stars? You have to develop all your skills and master your chakra and manifest it. It comes with growth naturally, but even going from 0 to 1 star will put you far above many shinobi in the world. The guard releases the chakra cloak only to see Naruto with his own chakra cloak. He would condense it around his body, letting the white flames flow closely to him. Such a pure manifestation of chakra. Make sure you rest up, Naruto, because you'll be the main target here. He finally leaves, and Naruto looks at his hands, watching the white flames flow freely. It vanished completely, and Naruto fell to the ground in pain. Nano, is this because I need another body reconstruction to be able to use this ability? Yes. Would you like to begin it now? How long would it take? Approximately 3 more hours. That's not that bad at all. let's go ahead. Wait. But before Naruto could get to a bed to lay down, he passed out on the floor. And when he wakes up, he stands up looking at a mirror, noticing an even more toned up body, and that he was slightly taller. Alright, let's do this. Naruto closed his fist and takes a deep breath, and when he exhales, the flames appear, but this time they stay. Naruto instead makes them go away, and he heads to the building that he will be staying in. I'm in Chunin Division C building. Naruto then heads there and walks in to see all the eyes turn to him. One of the oldest in the room smirks and stands up. So, we have another son of the Lord staying with us. It's not like it helps our situation. We're still not even close to the Jonin rank. Aren't you the weakest of his kids anyway? Well, you probably are, and it doesn't matter, since I'm the leader of this division, so deal with it. And who are you? You little runt. Everyone should know the name Koba Uzumaki. That's funny you say that because I've never heard of it in my life. Koba then gets irritated and tells Koya to take down his younger brother for him. Koya, the other son from the Poison faction, gets up from his bed and begins to walk towards Naruto. Don't tell me you really follow this brute. I thought I was trashed and below you, so why are we in the same cabin, brother? Koya would try to strike Naruto, but the attack is caught and he's thrown out of the building. Naruto steps back out, cracking his knuckles. I've waited for this for a while now. You and me both. I'll show you what happens when you look down upon the Poison faction. Naruto smirks, allowing his chakra to then flow. Koya was shocked because of its pure color. Mostly the colors that were seen were either red, yellow, orange, blue. But why was his white? How were you able to do that? You should have no knowledge on chakra at all. Well, I've been studying for the past couple hours, and I've been watching you guys. So, it makes sense that I could just learn it. Don't tell me that you're scared of me now. Koya scoffs and releases his own cloak, which wasn't as bright as Naruto's. No, that's impossible. Have you become stronger than me in just a short period of time? Naruto pulls out his dagger, and Koba shouts out that members of the same division cannot intentionally kill each other. Hearing this, Naruto sighs. Looks like I'll have to wait even longer. I was already planning to do that, but this sets me back a little further. The problem with even killing him now is that the Poison faction would hunt me down. I'll have to off him. Well, let him off with a couple injuries. Naruto looks back at Koya to see him rushing at him with a great speed, and Naruto takes note of the blade on his waist, and he blocks it with his dagger. He's pushed back because of something touching his skin. Auto healing to nullify poison is activating. What the hell? Poison, huh? I didn't even see it coming. Wait a minute. Nano, can you show me a replay of what just happened? After Naruto watches it, he comes to a conclusion. Seems like it's coming from the hold where his blade was sitting. Koya smirks. Now, I just have to wait for the poison to shut down his ability to see. Naruto begins to hold his head, acting as if he was injured. Members of Division C walk out to witness the battle as well. Kiyomi states that Naruto may lose because of the poison that's now in his system, but Koba seems to still be waiting for something interesting to happen in this battle. Back at the battle, Koya then dashes around Naruto land and cuts on his body. Naruto tells Nano not to heal him yet, and when Koya goes in for the last strike, Naruto vanishes from his standing position as Koya would fall to the ground holding his chest as he now had a big cut from Naruto's dagger. The members of the division were shocked to see that Naruto's movement, well, it was something they couldn't even see. Koba himself still seemed to be pretty amused. That's what I was waiting on. There's a speed. Well, There's that speed that had me itching to fight against him during the second test. He's lucky he passed out after the second round, because I would have killed him. Naruto stares down Koya, who seems to be panicking. Oh, calm down, just use the complete chakra technique to heal yourself. Naruto then turns around to see Koba just standing there. Sorry, but I'm uninterested in fighting you right now. I have more training that needs to be complete. A fist is then seen right in front of him as Naruto would use the flying Raijin to avoid the attack. Even faster than before. For someone who's just learned chakra, you have some impressive abilities. It doesn't surprise me that you're a prodigy. If you were even taught a little bit when you were younger, you might even be stronger than me. And this loser put together. Koba then steps on Koya, causing more blood to pour out of his body. Yeah, well, this was fun, but I'm going to the training rooms if you need me. Once inside the rooms, Naruto begins to speak to Nano. So, do you have any data on the 7 stars? Yes, I do. Alright, so tell me how to go from 0 to 1 star. The 7 stars are a ranking system and sort of power system within the complete chakra technique. Each star represents further growth in chakra and power. Stars are gained from battle experience, mastery over chakra, and intense situations, such as a need for power in a dire moment, and even emotions can cause a star to develop. However, the data in the future shows an easier way to gain stars than these methods. Wait, that's right, you also have data in the past and future. So that means the clan's still alive even in the future? So how can I develop my first star? First, you have to meditate and clear your mind. Next, you will need to release all of your chakra and condense it down into the shape of a star that will reside within your body. The only problem with this method is that if done incorrectly, it will cause organs to burst open. Great. That doesn't make me feel any better about this. However, if I am able to do it, then I'll be stronger than the leader of my division. Right? Nano, show me the Royal Guard Kagami again. The augmented reality is then shown and Naruto smirks. Based on his stars alone, are you able to assess his power? Yes, but it won't be as accurate as it can be. That's fine. I just need some training. Naruto gets in a hand-to-hand combat stance and rushes in at Kagami. The Royal Guard vanishes and appears behind Naruto. He's quick, but I can deal with this. Naruto swings his leg behind him, but it's caught and a fist is slammed into his stomach, sending him into the wall. Blood then begins pouring out of his mouth and his vision becomes blurred. He's not the Lord's Guard for nothing, but even with the flying Raijin, I still can't keep up with him. Alright then, let's do this. Naruto stands back up and Nano heals his injuries. He then uses the complete chakra control technique. He watches as Kagami releases the 5 stars that he has. Both rush in and clash fists, but Naruto's entire arm is broken by this one exchange and he's knocked out. In his sleep, he's forced into the realm of the Nine Tails. Nano, what happened? You were knocked out by the augmented reality and sent here. I was sent here? No, I called for you. Naruto then turns towards the gate looking at the fox. Oh really? And why is that? Did you grow a soft spot for me? Do not repeat those words. I do not have a soft spot for any human. I just wanted to alert you that Jinchuriki cannot master the 7 stars technique. What do you mean? You could not master a technique without complete control of all of your chakra and abilities. Meaning, the chakra that I have as well. You've got to be kidding me. Wait, are you telling me this? Why are you telling me this if you're not gonna help me then? If you would stop interrupting me, you would find out. Jeez, someone's in a bad mood. Kurama then explains how he will assist Naruto, since if he does die, another Uzumaki will be his Jinchuriki, and he's willing to take the gamble with Naruto by giving him a small amount of his power to see how he does with it. And when he wakes up, the augmented reality of Kagami was still there. Naruto then taps into a one-tailed cloak before rushing back in at Kagami. Naruto does this training until the next day because that's when the next test will be revealed. It will be a team battle between divisions, as the teams will have to defend their own flag while also capturing the enemy's flag. Based on the results from this, new ranks will be given out. Each division begins to prepare, and Division C seems to be having trouble with their teamwork. Naruto asks Koba what his great plan would be for this upcoming test. It's simple. You just attack them with everything we've got. We don't need a strategy to win at all. All of you just need to defend the flag while I go capture the enemy's flag and get all the glory. Naruto sighs. We're definitely going to lose with him in charge. Kiyomi looks up at Naruto, telling him to become the leader instead. All you need to do is defeat him in battle with an instructor present. That's it? Well, that's just the first part. Even if you do become the leader, I don't know if Division C will follow your orders. So why are you telling me this then? Why don't you become the leader? Because I can tell there's something special about you. Oh, so you're saying you'll be my ally for the journey ahead. It depends what this so-called journey will lead to. I'd like you to elaborate on it a bit more, she says with a smile. Naruto then goes into deep thought while looking up at the sky. I'm looking for those who will follow me into battle against the Uzumaki clan itself to reform it and begin a new golden age. Wait, doesn't that mean? Yes, it means I'm prepared to even go to war with the clan and stage a rebellion against the orders that are now in place. You sound crazy. Do you really think you can become that strong? I have no other choice to become stronger or be killed by the factions in power. You still don't get it. The factions that are in power now? What are you talking about? Aren't you also the son of the Lord? None of that even matters. How can you say being the son of the Lord doesn't matter? It's a great honor. I guess you could say that. It seems it's a great honor for those other than me, as my mother was killed, hunted down like an animal by the factions in power, and I made a promise to her. Wait, why would they kill your mother? Lady Kushina was amazing. And she was a kind, gentle soul, from what I can remember from when I was a kid. My mother was one of the favorites out of all his wives. She was also a poor lady with no money to her name. She was made a target from the very beginning for those reasons. And me, as her son, I bear that same target on my back. So, I'll take them down before they even get a chance to kill me. While I'm here, I'll master everything that I can so that I become strong enough to wage war. So, don't follow me at all if you aren't prepared for that. Naruto looks down at her to see a sinister smile upon her face. I'll gladly follow you into battle. If you can defeat Koba, that is. I only follow the strong who can lead an army with just the words that he says. She walks away and Naruto begins to smile. A person who can lead with only his voice. Yes, I'll become that for my future allies. Now, I know it's more than strength. I need to be a true leader to reach my goals. I have a month to become stronger and become the leader of Division C, but I have a feeling it won't even take me that long with the help of Nano. Naruto continues his training as 2 weeks go by before he walks into the Division C building. Kiyomi smirks seeing him, as this is when Naruto walks over to Koba's bed. What do you want, you loser? Can't you see I'm resting on my day off? I'm challenging you for the position of leader of Division C. Don't you know that battle has to be approved by an instructor? It has been. Koba sits up and looks at the door to see an instructor standing there. He turns back to Naruto, who begins to walk away. "I'll be waiting for you in the ring." Naruto walks out, and when Koba makes it to the area, there was already a large crowd there. "Don't tell me you've gathered all these people just to watch you lose." Naruto ignores him, looking towards the instructor. "The match will be decided when one of you gives up, or one of you dies. This is a battle to determine the leader of Division C. You may begin." Koba then rushes at Naruto, who dodged the first attack and lands a kick that sends him off balance. Koba tries to grab the leg of Naruto and slam him into the ground, but Naruto then throws him over his shoulder. Koba smirks. "So, you've trained a lot, but that won't matter here." He begins to release his own chakra and then rush at Naruto with an even greater speed. Naruto blocks the attacks, but is still sent into the wall. He looks forward to see Koba coming straight at him again. The chakra, that was coating his fist. Naruto would dodge this attack, landing an uppercut to Koba, who didn't flinch at all. Not bad. He punches Naruto in his stomach, sending him to the side. Naruto releases his white flame-like aura, shocking those who have not seen it yet. His siblings who were there looked forward with pure disbelief that his chakra was this potent. "This couldn't be," they would say. They then watch as Koba jumps back towards Naruto and the two would clash fists. They begin to trade blows back and forth, each of them becoming injured. Naruto dodges a kick and slams his fist into his opponent's stomach. The wind is knocked out of him, but Koba slams his elbow into Naruto, causing him to fall to the ground. Koba then tries to stomp on him, but his legs are swept by Naruto, and as he floats for just a moment, he's then sent flying by another attack from Naruto. Koba releases his adamantine chains and runs at Naruto once again. Naruto is able to dodge these attacks, but he knows this battle needs to end soon. "I'm tired of acting as if I'm not stronger than you. What are you blabbering on about now? I was holding back, trying to pace myself and gauge your strength, but I've grown bored of this constant struggle that we're in." Naruto's complete chakra technique then explodes, blinding Koba for just a moment. The chakra is then compressed again, and he sees Naruto's red eyes alongside his new aura. This flame-like aura had the strength of at least one star. This shocked everyone, including the instructor. Naruto looks at his hands. "Not bad. I had a feeling this would work. But the power that it gives off, it's incredible." Koba now stood in fear of his opponent that was in a completely different level of strength now. Naruto pulls out a dagger from his lower back and takes one step using the flying Raijin, as even this jutsu was enhanced by the complete chakra technique. Koba wasn't even able to react to Naruto's speed and how he was dashing around him hundreds of times, landing blow after blow. As he's cut, Naruto then walks right by him, slicing his throat. His body hit the ground with a loud crash as the instructor declares Naruto the new leader of Chunin Division C. Naruto would look into his dagger, seeing his red eyes, thanking Kurama for his help. He swipes the blood off of it and sheathes this blade. He walked back to the Division C building and awaited the rest of his squad to arrive. Soon came Kiyomi, who congratulated him for his win on becoming the leader. "So, this means you will follow me, does it not?" "Yes, it does, but you'll have to convince the others as well." When the rest of the members of Division C arrive, Naruto steps out to greet them. "I want you all to listen to me for just a moment before you go inside. Do you want to win in the upcoming test and gain an even higher rank? I could imagine that all of you want to win as badly as I do, but I need your assistance as I can't win alone. I have a strategy to win, but you have to follow my orders. And I also know you'll disagree with me if I can't promise you something in the end. So I'll put it this way. If you work with me and stay by my side as a true ally until the very end when we draw our final breaths, you'll be granted power, wealth, status, and much more within this village. I'm going to surpass many of our peers and become strong enough to make sure these words hold weight. As you can see from my match today, I can become stronger than those above me. But if you do not wish to fight by my side, then do not follow my orders in the upcoming test and choose to fail. Those who wish to fight with me, meet me in front of the training rooms in about an hour. Naruto and Kiyomi begin to walk away from the rest of them and begin to have their own discussion. Why didn't you force them to obey you if you're so much stronger than them? Because then they will grow to resent my strength. If I promise them their own new power, they will become curious and seek it out. At least I hope they do. What if they don't, and it's just the two of us during the exam? Then I'll make sure that we both pass the next test, and we continue to get stronger until more will follow us. Can you be sure we can do that? I'm sure I'll be able to lead us to victory, especially with how much training time we have left. An hour later, we see the two of them walking towards the training facility as they notice two other people sitting at the entrance. The older two Uzumaki kneel to Naruto, who would smile. So, you were the only two who will follow me. That's fine. I expected only one of you to show up anyway. So, the others have decided to follow my brother, have they not? Both nod and Naruto smirks. What are your names? The more muscular one states, his name is Virgil, and the smaller one says, his name is Mogai. Alright. Do any of you possess a star yet? All tell Naruto no, as he would smirk. That's good. I had a feeling you didn't, so I'll make sure you gain your first one before the test begins. Virgil looks up at Naruto, questioning how he would do this. Come with me, and I'll show you. I promised those who will follow me power, did I not? So let's go access it. The four of them then enter a room big enough for their training session. Alright, Kiyomi, you're up first. Meditate using the complete chakra technique. You two watch closely as I'll be able to help you if you learn from this experience as well. Alright, Kiyomi. Now, focus on your core chakra. And compress it. Compress everything into your body. The golden flame-like aura slowly fades away as she begins to glow. Good. Now maintain it for just a little bit longer. Now, I need you to use that compressed chakra and create a star within your chakra core. Once you do that and feel a burning sensation, release your chakra immediately. Kiyomi begins to do as she's told, and Naruto watches, wondering if it will work. Nano, this is the right process, is it not? Yes. If done correctly, a star should be able to be formed. After she finishes and stands up, she looks at her hands. I don't feel any different. Naruto remains silent and then activates his own one-star chakra cloak technique, trying to slam his fist into her face. She blocks using her wrist, and then she notices that she unintentionally activated her own one-star cloak that flowed intensely. Impossible. Naruto, how did you... I've done some research on it recently. How does it feel? I feel so much stronger than before. Good. Now that proves my theory was right. Now I can help all of you gain the one star and master it. They begin their training, and the remaining time goes by really fast, as now is the day of the Capture the Flag exams. The first two teams that were participating were Chunin Division C and Genin Division A.
They are sent off with instructors to a forest-like area with large hills on either end. This is where the flags were placed. The rules are then explained as killing is allowed here, but to win, you either have to kill all the enemies present, or the flag needs to be cut down by an opponent. Naruto gathers his inner circle to relay one final message before the test begins. Do not forget the plan. If we stick to our diamond formation, we won't lose. They nod, and as soon as the alarm goes off, most of Division C goes out with Koya. Kiyomi, Virgil, and Mogai get into their positions as Naruto himself was the one who stayed back protecting Division C's flag. As Koya and his followers continued forward, they engaged in a battle where they were tricked and captured by Division A. Now, there were only 4 members of Division C left. As Mogai and Virgil stood at their posts, they saw a large group approaching them. The leader of Division A would ask them to step aside and surrender. Sorry, but we won't let you pass at all. So, let it be that way. Men, capture these 2. As the Uzumaki ran forward, they released their 1-star chakra cloaks, causing some of them to be blown away from the pressure. But just how can these 2 form a star? Not just that, they seem to have mastered it. The instructor watching would note this as well. So, Division C just doesn't have weaklings. I should have known that from the battle the other day. Some of the men would make it past the 2 of them, but they don't seem to be worried at all. Mogai jumps forward, showing off his skills with the staff, while Virgil shoots arrows with elements on them to back him up. These 2 worked perfectly together to take down the majority of the Uzumaki in their way. After Mogai knocks out the last one, he looks to Virgil. How many got through? About 12, but it shouldn't be a problem for him. Yeah, you're right. Do you think Kiyomi will be able to get the flag? Of course she will. Let's go catch up to her though. We went back to Naruto, who was standing in front of the flag waiting for enemies to arrive. This is when the leader of Division A makes it through, with a smaller crew. Naruto Uzumaki, do not make us humiliate you as the Lord's son. Naruto begins laughing. I honestly don't think you'll be able to keep up with me. Is that so? I've seen that your allies have also unlocked a 1-star cloak, but they are not the only ones. Oh, so you have one as well. Show me instead of boasting about it. The leader of Division A releases a 1-star cloak, but Naruto has Nano analyze it because something seems different. Nano tells Naruto that the cloak is unstable and it'll only last about 5 minutes at the most. If that's his limit, I'll push him to it. I challenge you to a one-on-one battle. The leader of the division agrees, thinking Naruto was weaker than him. As this is when it begins. He rushes at Naruto with a great speed, who will block his fist and pull out his dagger. As he swings it towards his chest, his opponent flips away, and he comes back in swinging his leg. Naruto blocks with his arm but is sent into a tree. He looks back up towards his opponent to see him running straight at him. He then uses the flying Raijin to blitz him, but since his cloak was being used, he was able to heal those minor injuries. Naruto was somehow able to keep up with his speed and strength, which causes his opponent to wonder if he was being looked down upon. Just how are you able to keep up with my power if you're the weakest out of the group? The weakest? The weakest? Who told you that? After all, who do you think helped them reach the 1-star level? Naruto shows off his own 1-star cloak that now has the shape of a fox. His eyes were now red as well, as he smiled, looking towards his opponent. He vanished, slamming his fist into his stomach, causing his cloak to then disappear into thin air. Naruto stands over him holding his dagger, and he watches him beg for mercy. Naruto decides to spare his life. But this is when the rest of his subordinates would try to kill him. Using the flying Raijin, he killed them all in the blink of an eye. The instructor who was monitoring this was amazed. Maybe the Lord's final son was just a late bloomer in strength. Naruto then uses Nano to see further ahead as he sees the three of them getting closer to the enemy's flag. All they need to do is take down the defense unit. Naruto strikes down the leader of Division A while smirking. Now that that's over, I can sit here and rest for a moment. Naruto then lays on the hill against the flag while watching his team continue forward. Kiyomi breaks through the barricade of rocks that were in her way as she turns, realizing that she is now surrounded. Her blood begins to boil and her excitement rises with it. Multiple Uzumaki rush in at her, but she dodges each of their attacks with her quick speed and pulls out her dual blades. She strikes down each opponent with no mercy, and she continues to cut down one after the other. After cutting down another one of them, a large fist sends her into the wall. Looks like there's someone here that's worth giving me a challenge. As she gets up, she looks forward to see a short-haired male who was about 3 times her own size. He gets into a fighting stance and rushes him. He swings his fist and she dodges, cutting his side. He turns, but she's gone. Another attack is landed, and as he looks around, she now floats in the sky using a fire-style jutsu that launches down at him. As she crouches down on some rubble, she looks at her opponent, who was using the complete chakra technique to block this attack. Her blades then become surrounded in flames as she dashes back in with an even greater speed. Her opponent's speed is increased as well, but she seems to be even faster than before. As he swung his fist, landing a hit, he then noticed that this time, she didn't move at all. Before he could process his next move, she then, gives off the smile of insanity before cutting off his arm. He screams in agony, but his head would also be cut off. As Virgil and Mogai arrive, they see her slowly walking towards the flag. It took you two long enough. The two look around at the defense unit that was completely destroyed. Leave it to our own hot-headed princess to burn down all the enemies before we get here. Kiyomi smirks, cutting down the flag as the alarms would go off, revealing that the match is now over. Naruto, who is still laying against the flag, smirks. Not half bad for our first time really working together. They all have incredible potential. Division C and what remained of their opponents gathered by the instructor. Division C has won this skirmish. This is when Koya and his group begin to celebrate, but the instructor stops them, saying that even though Division C took a victory, they didn't help at all. These 4 are the ones who claimed victory. Since you 4 truly won this battle, what will you choose as your reward? Naruto smirks, watching the 3 of them turn to him. They say that he's the leader, so he'll pick. I want to kick the rest of them out of my division. All of them were shocked, but Naruto continues. Since they didn't help, they should be moved down to Genin Division A. The instructor agrees, but says how will Naruto and his division continue with such little amounts of members? There's only 4 of them. But Naruto says he'll recruit only the people that will follow him with pure loyalty. The instructor calls him a great leader in the making, and says that his team's main reward will be delivered tonight near their building. Koya then looks towards Naruto with anger, cursing him, but Naruto hears this and releases his own bloodlust, causing him to fall to the ground. Be thankful I didn't have you killed during the last test. Naruto and his friends leave, and at night, the instructor delivers a box to them. Naruto takes it inside, and he wonders what it is. As he looks inside of it, he sees these strange orbs that he's never seen before. Kiyomi looks at the box and takes one out,
Mogai and Virgil do the same with only one remaining for Naruto. Wait, you three, what the hell are these things? All three of them drop their jaws. Virgil looks towards Naruto, asking if he's ever even had an enhancement orb. Naruto stares on with confusion, saying no, as this is when the three of them begin to freak out, realizing Naruto's become this strong without the use of a single enhancement orb, which was crazy. It's almost scary to think that Naruto could become that strong. Naruto then looks at them and asks them to explain what they do. Kiyomi states that it makes them stronger, and she'll show Naruto how to use it. She crushed it within her palm, causing her chakra to begin flowing. The others do the same, but Naruto has nano-analyzed the orb, known as the Chakra Enhancement Orb / Pill. They deliver great strength to those who partake in them. Doing this will multiply the user's existing power. The one you have before you is the basic enhancement orb, but there are 3 types. Naruto looks down and picks it up. Hey Nano, by using my seal as a bridge, could this be used to enhance the power of the Nine Tails instead of myself? Yes, a bridge can be made with my assistance and your seal. Alright, let's do that instead. Naruto then uses his arm with the seal to absorb the pill. Kurama then feels a rush of chakra enter his own body, making him stronger than before. What was that? This is when he looks down to see Naruto standing there. Oh, so it was you, brat. Didn't I tell you to stop messing around? Yeah, it was. I figured you deserved it after lending me your own power. Naruto then vanished, causing the beast to smile. The rest of Naruto's team that absorbed their own pills became even stronger than before, as they would look to Naruto, questioning what he wants to do next as their leader. He sits in thought for a moment, but then realizes the whole time he's been here, he hasn't even visited the Uzumaki library. There should be text inside, not only on fighting styles, but maybe even jutsu that were passed down. Virgil states that he's already been, but he wasn't allowed access to the higher floors until his rank has improved. That makes sense. Rank and strength do determine everything here, so that should also determine how far you get ahead in the library. We can all head there tomorrow together. The next day, the group heads to the library. Naruto then heads into the bottom floor, shocking his team. Naruto, why are you going to the bottom? We have access to the highest level that we can go to. Why not go there? I'll meet you guys there. I'll start here first. Naruto goes down into the beginning level and begins to have Nano scan books since he has a limited time there. After about 200 books are scanned, Naruto continues to walk around until he finds a human statue doing a strange dance movement, it seems. Naruto looks at them, wondering what this truly was. Nano, do a scan of these statues. The statues before you represents a battle dance. A battle dance? Do you mean a fighting style? Naruto looks at the statue, going to the first one in line. Nano, take a picture of all these statues for me. After that's done, Naruto then heads to the second floor and immediately goes to find the statues there as well, as there were some to his surprise. Are all the movements connected? Nano, take another picture of these ones as well. Naruto would keep walking to the center of the room on the 3rd floor and finds even more statues. The difference between these ones and the others was that a gemstone was shining on them. Naruto looks at the placement of this stone and realized that it was a star. This technique, it may be more powerful than I initially realized.
After saying goodbye to his teammates, Naruto would take the picture and heads to the training rooms alone. Nano, can you use all the images that we've discovered today to create an augmented reality? Before Naruto, now stands a holographic character that begins to perform each move, but it's underwhelming. I expected way more than that. So what could be missing from this fighting style? And who was this created by? Nano, do you have any data on the past Uzumaki? Not much is known, other than the Red Emperor of the Uzumaki clan. I think I've heard my mother discuss that before. But what do you know about him, Nano? He was known as the strongest Uzumaki, one who could even do battle with the legendary Hashirama and Madara if he chose to do so. His blade dance has been passed down from generation to generation, but has been lost through time. Wait a minute. Blade dance. Nano, add a sword to the augmented character, and then have them perform the movements with it. Naruto watches closely, but even with this, there still seems to be something missing. Just what could it be though? What could it be missing? Naruto sits in thought, wondering what it truly is. Nano, replay my fights for me. Naruto then watches each of them thoroughly, but still can't find the difference, so he decides to ask Nano to play himself next to the augmented figure. Naruto then watches both of them perform their respective moves and notices something. This was a discovery here. He then notices that himself, he had an explosion of chakra through one of his strikes. Nano, why did that happen? Why did I have that outburst right there? When you swung your blade in that moment, your breathing linked up perfectly with your chakra and your breathing patterns. Once you exhaled, it caused a chain reaction, which was the outburst in chakra that you've seen. Nano, is it possible for you to correct the breathing patterns or predict them to the statues and the blade style? Yes. Alright, then do that for me. Nano, have it go through only the first floor's movements. Naruto then watches the swings that become more powerful with each step, and with the last upward swing, it shakes the entire room. Naruto stands there in almost disbelief. Could this be what the Red Emperor has passed down to us? Was this really his fighting style that had been lost? No, not lost, but hidden away from those who did not dig deep enough. If I didn't have Nano, I wouldn't be able to find this out either. Nano, can you have the statue's reality use all 3 fours in a combination style? Naruto then watches them closely, and the blade style was almost perfect, but it was still incomplete. There was no flaws in the breathing patterns. Each strike could end a life. The augmented figure had no openings to attack. Not only was it fast, it was surely deadly. Combining it with the star may prove to make the blade technique even stronger. Nano, transfer what we have discovered to my brain. Naruto then feels a rush of information, but he's able to stay conscious and understands perfectly. He pulls out his blade and focuses on his breathing. He takes a step and performs the technique. That was good, it just wasn't as fast as it could have been. Naruto repeats the technique over and over, even losing track of time. Nano, how long have I been doing this? It's been about 4 hours. No way, that can't be. My body, it's not even exhausted yet. I feel like I keep going even further. Nano, play my version of the technique against the one from the library. Naruto steps back watching them go head to head, but he loses. What? But I thought it was the same technique. What could I... Nano, what is the one from the library doing that I am not? The first augmented figure is using its chakra control to flow chakra into specific parts of the character's body at the right time in order to reinforce the strength of its attacks. Naruto puts his hand on his forehead. Damn, if only I'd learned the basics in my childhood, it could make this easier. Nano, transfer all the books that we've scanned on chakra flow into my brain. Naruto falls asleep and wakes up 3 hours later with a headache. Not bad, but let's see if I can really do it. Naruto then begins to meditate, allowing his chakra to then flow freely throughout his body. For some reason, this makes him feel even stronger. This is good. Alright, I'll give it a try again. Naruto stands, grabbing the blade. Just one more time. He then performs the blade technique, unleashing a monstrous amount of chakra that breaks through the room that he was inside. Instructors then run into the room to see his back turned to them. His body was covered in sweat, and he still seemed to be focused. That felt amazing. Could one technique really be this strong? Just how many more steps to this fighting style are there? The instructors then asked Naruto if he was attacked, but he says he released too much of his chakra in the room. All of them then seem to be dumbfounded, as he's so young, so how much of his chakra could he release into this room? And he also doesn't seem to be exhausted. They then, lecture Naruto before taking him to a larger room. Naruto thanks them and heads back to the Division C building. When he arrived, he was shocked to see a crowd of people standing around the building. But just why were there so many people here anyway? Mogai explains to Naruto that they've come for him actually, and to join Division C. That doesn't make any sense, Mogai. Kiyomi then tells Naruto that it's because of the last test and the next one that's coming up soon. Since they passed the last one, they got past the rank of Genin, and they wish to join your division since you are the lowest one. And remember, they can only join if you allow it, because that was one of your rewards from the last test. Naruto gets a flashback of that moment, remembering. Alright, let's see who we have here then. Naruto then walks to the front and sits down, with the other three then standing behind him. He sits in silence for a moment, while the people in front of him begin to beg to be let into his team. Naruto then flares up his 1-star cloak, which seems to get the attention of everyone, but it also seems to be more potent than before, causing silence among the crowd. I do not look for people to just pass each test with. I look for allies who would follow me until my final breath, and even after that. If you truly wish to follow me, stay here. If not, leave me alone. The crowd slowly begins to fade out, with only a few staying. So, it's just you three left. Don't think it'll be that easy to get in. Tell me why each of you should be allowed to join. One with shorter hair steps up. My name is Okimura, and I've studied in the spirit fighting style my entire life. I have mastery of earth and water style. I do not have a star yet, but I'll make sure to gain one so that I can be of use to you. Naruto then turns to Mogai and Virgil, asking what they think of it. Kiyomi turns asking why Naruto didn't ask her. Because you're not even paying attention. She laughs, saying he was right, and then lays back down. Mogai then takes out his large blade and tells Okimura to step to the side and show him. The two begin to engage in combat, with Mogai having the clear advantage. Naruto watches closely. Okimura's movements, they were sharp, and he was precise with his spear. It allows him to keep his distance while also being effective to do damage. Naruto notes that he doesn't seem to be scared of Mogai even though he knows that he's stronger. Naruto lets this continue on for a while before getting them to stop. I've seen enough. You're in. What about you two? The others would stand. My name is Miyashi, and this is Yamisu, my brother. We are looked down upon here because we are only half Uzumaki, but we will serve you and become useful with our clan's special ability. An ability? A Kekkei Genkai most likely. Now I'm curious, so show me. Miyashi and Yamisu both stand and close one of their fists at the same time. Each of their chakra begins to flow freely, and the color is demonic. The pitch black truly shakes Naruto to his core, but he watches in amazement. I'm already liking these two. Suddenly, the pitch black blades are formed in each of their hands, as their eyes become this color as well. Nano, what is this? This is a yen-released Kekkei Genkai from the lost Kagehi clan. Not much is known about them besides their shadow fire-like abilities. I see. How many members are left in your clan as of now? Yamisu looks forward to Naruto with a saddened expression. Only about 10, including me and my brother. The rest of the clan remains in the shadows until we return. Naruto then steps down to them. Are you two willing to put your lives on the line for my future that I have envisioned? Both brothers look at each other and then lay the dark blades down to the ground while kneeling. We pledge our dark blades to you, our lord. Good. Now listen to me carefully. When I become the true lord of this place, I'm going to protect your clan, and no one will cross judgment against them as long as they are under my protection. Both brothers almost begin to cry hearing Naruto state this. All of you are in. Mogai, Virgil, show them around and where they can move their stuff. Kiyomi, you're with me, so let's go. Finally, I was getting bored. See you dorks later. She runs off to catch up with Naruto, who was walking ahead. Okimura then asked Mogai why Kiyomi was the only one going with Naruto. She is his second in command. If there was something to happen to him, he relies on Kiyomi. She was the first person to truly put her trust into our lord. She's also the second strongest behind him. Naruto and Kiyomi head to the training rooms where Naruto would pick up his blade. So, why are we in this training room? Well, I kinda broke the other one that I had. Leave it to you to destroy something on accident. Anyway, what did you need my help with? Do you know how to perfectly link up your breathing styles and blade strikes? She nods. Well, can you show me? I think I'm having a lot of trouble, and I can't use this technique without learning how to properly do so. I've done my best up until now, but I'm still missing something. Show me what you have so far then. Naruto holds his blade tight and takes a deep breath. He moves fast, swinging in the same motions as the statues, releasing his chakra with each swing. Kiyomi is blown away by this blade style. No, this art being displayed in front of her. It was one of a kind. Naruto stops and looks back at her. So, what do you think? Well, you seem to be doing whatever you're trying to mimic really good. It's just your flow of chakra seems to be too chaotic. What do you mean? Let's see. I'll put it in a simpler way. Think of water flowing down a river. What you're doing is you're trying to swim up against this river, going against the current. It's almost like you have two sources of chakra within your body going against each other, constantly clashing as you move and release it. Naruto sighs, knowing what this means, as Kiyomi would then leave the room, wishing him luck, as she has her own training to do. Naruto sits down. I should have known he can still interfere with my chakra. Nano, send me to the Nine Tails. Naruto closes, then opens his eyes. He stands in front of the gate, with the tail beast looking down at him. Wait a minute. Did you get bigger? It seems that enhancement orb was useful after all. Kurama, I need you to do me a favor. No. Naruto then gains a blank expression. What do you mean no? All you have to do is match my flow of chakra and stop trying to go against me. Why would you not do that? It helps both of us out. Watch your tone. You speak to me as if we're equals when we are clearly not. Naruto sighs. Nano, is there an equal contract seal of some sort that I can do with the tailed beast? Yes, but if you do this, it is quite dangerous. I don't have time to care how much danger it is. Let's just go ahead and do it. The next test is being set up at this very moment. I could not afford to lose and be sent out of this place. Naruto then goes to the seal and begins to rip off the paper. Once it's off, he rolls up his sleeve, as there was an armhole, so Naruto stuck his arm in and his seal began to glow. He then jumps back as the gate is broken open by the beast. I thought you wanted to be my equal. Do you truly believe you deserve my respect and power? Naruto then smirks, activating his chakra cloak. Nano, stay on standby. This is going to be our hardest fight yet. A tailed beast bomb is then launched at Naruto, who evades it and runs to the Nine Tails. He runs up his arm, dodging the other that tries to slam down at him, and then chakra begins to surround his leg. He sends the Nine Tails flying back with a kick as it lands on the ground. I know you've been watching, so you know I've grown stronger than I used to be. The beast smirks. If you think that one little kick will allow you to take my power, this will be the death of you. The two run back at each other and Naruto jumps in the air, dodging the tails of the beast. Nano, transfer the Rasengan file to my brain. Naruto then blocks another tail but is sent flying. Damn, he's tougher than I thought. But let's do this. Naruto forms a blade of chakra in his hand, using what he saw earlier in the day, and then uses the flying Raijin to blitz the tailed beast. He then gets right behind him, and when Kurama turns around, he sees a giant Rasengan being slammed down on him. He just manages to block with his tail for only a moment, as then he's able to see something. As his tail clashes with the Rasengan, he's able to see into Naruto's memory, feeling his pain. This catches the beast off guard, allowing Naruto to land another attack right after this. This sends the Nine Tails on its back, as Naruto jumps on his right arm, surrounding his own in chakra. Naruto then punches down on it as he shouts out for Nano to take over and form the equal contract. Naruto would look down, seeing the dark red chakra begin to cover his arm. Nano, what's going on? The Nine Tails is using its own malice and chakra to take over your body. You'll have to use your own chakra to combat it. Naruto then flares up his chakra cloak and the white chakra begins to go against the chakra of the Nine Tails. Still, it seems the Nine Tails has the advantage and ends up covering his entire arm. Seeing this, Naruto smirked. Alright, I'll go all in then. Naruto activates his star and then begins to consume the armor of the Nine Tails with his white chakra. As it continues to spread around the Nine Tails' body, the beast begins to laugh. If only you weren't foolish enough to increase my own power. The Nine Tails releases his own glowing chakra cloak, and Naruto becomes completely consumed, except for his head. He tries to get Nano to help, but he can do nothing. Naruto's face is almost covered when the seal on his arm begins to glow, which leads him to falling on the ground in a new bright area. Wait a minute, where am I now? You've grown so big, Naruto. Naruto looks up, hearing a familiar voice, as he sees Kushina, his mother. No. This isn't a trick, right? That's really you. She nods and Naruto runs into her arms crying. It's okay, my son. I've been watching over you this entire time, waiting for this moment. But I promised not to cry again until after I got my revenge. I'm sorry, Mother. It is fine, but make sure you listen to me carefully. Give up revenge. What? What are you saying, Mother? They must pay for what they did to you. Tell me, son. What are you going to do after you get your revenge? What's next after that? Your life doesn't end there, so neither should your goals. Strive for more than just revenge. Even forgive those who do you wrong in your heart. It's okay to let the pain go. As if it is held, it would only breed more pain in the future. I've already forgiven them, but you need to do so as well. That is the only way you can overcome the threats right in front of you. Naruto continues to cry in her arms, listening to her words, and after a short time, he wipes his tears. He tries his hardest, but he truly can't forgive them. His mother then hugs him one last time. Let it all go. Stop fighting for revenge, and now fight for all the ones you care for. Naruto's eyes would widen hearing this, remembering his friends in the Leaf Village, and the friends that he's made here. He begins to smile, returning back. Kurama sees that Naruto's body was completely covered. This is the end for you, Naruto. As he says this, a shining light then comes in the form of 2 stars. Naruto then appears, once again smiling, as he breaks through the red chakra that was holding his body. He almost had me there, but let's end this now. Naruto begins to yell out, releasing as much of his power as he can. A blinding light illuminates the dark room, and when it goes away, the area that we see is completely different. The water was now clear, and the lighting in the room was more graceful. Naruto turns around, being amazed as what was before him. A voice then says, "You've passed the test." Naruto then turns in that direction, seeing a white fox sitting there with golden eyes, white fur with orange tips. Kurama, is that you? Who else could it be, you foolish human? This is my true form that you've unlocked by dispelling the hatred from your heart. We are no longer separated as 2 beings. We will now truly be working as one, Naruto. The boy looks at his seal to see that it's taken a different shape as well. The fox holds up its paw, revealing the same seal. Naruto smirks. So, we're truly allies now, aren't we? Yes, so do not disappoint me. I won't. Naruto opens his eyes, feeling an immense surge of chakra flowing through his body. He picks up the blade one last time, just to truly see if he can perform it. He then performs the blade technique. With each swing, he feels lighter. There was so much force behind each of his steps. His breathing was calm, yet it felt so urgent and powerful. Naruto finishes the technique and stands there. Master. Yes, Nano? After analyzing what I know of the Red Emperor and his data, what you are currently using is known as the 7-star blade dance. This technique, it far exceeds the ability of any others that I've scanned previously. The Red Emperor himself had to have taken years to develop this to its fullest. I've only learned 1/3 of this technique, as there's most likely more to it, as there are 6 other levels to the library, so I must keep climbing in ranks to fully master it. Naruto finishes his final thoughts and then hears a knock on the door. When he opens it, there was no one there, so he closes the door. Naruto then blocks a blade from Takagami. You've improved greatly, younger brother. Don't call me that. But why? We all share the same father after all. That's the only thing we have in common. Why have you disturbed my training? I just came to make an offer to you, that's all. No need to be so feisty. I don't have any interest in your offer. I think you might want to actually hear me out on this one. The next test is going to happen soon, so I'd like your division and my own to join together to take down one of the caves. The caves? I have no idea what you're going on about. I have someone that knows what each test is going to be. That's why I'm able to prepare so well. And the next one is for divisions to join together and take down chakra beasts that live within the caves. Naruto points his blade at the throat of Takagami. You've given no reason for me to trust you at all. I won't put any of my allies in danger by working with you. You're young, Naruto. I can tell from the way you speak. You're putting them all in more danger by not joining me so that I can protect them. After all, I'm the strongest one here. Is that so? I'd like to test that out for myself. Naruto smirks and jumps back as he activates his chakra cloak and jumps forward, going head on. He swings his blade, but is blocked by his brother, who forms a chakra blade that comes off of his hand. Good. You're even faster now that you're aggravated. Naruto vanishes and then appears behind him. And he tries to strike him down from my blind side. But you know that won't work. I'm from the stealth faction after all. Naruto is then sent flying into the wall of the room. Come on now, younger brother. We both know that you have the power of the star. Why don't you show it to me? As if I needed that to defeat you. Naruto flares up his chakra cloak, causing the air around him to become stiff. So, you won't show it to me. What a bummer. Then, you won't even be able to see this next attack. Takagami closes his eyes, revealing a 3-star cloak that flares up out of nowhere. Naruto stands in shock, but in a moment, he's then sent flying into the wall as the whole building shakes. Naruto was then seen laying there, bleeding out. He's lifted by his hair, with Takagami thinking that he would be crying and begging for his life. But what he saw was a bright smile on Naruto's face before he was punched to his stomach again and sent right back into the wall. You're a lot tougher than you look. You have at least 3 broken ribs. You might not even be able to participate. Well, my offer still stands. He leaves the room, and Naruto tells Nano to begin healing his injuries now. Naruto lays on his back, sighing. If I had been anyone else, I'd definitely be dead, and his plan would have worked. But I have Nano with me. Takagami, you really are such a fool. To really think you thought weakening me would force me to join you. After Naruto was completely healed, he asked Nano what was it that hit him so hard. Takagami's fist landed directly against her chest with infused chakra. That doesn't make sense. He couldn't have just appeared in front of me like that, could he? Nana, replay the final moments of the battle for me. Naruto watches and then sees a moment where his brother's body begins to become a blur, and then it's clear once again as soon as he's hit. Nano, that's it. Right there. It seems the space between the two of you had been removed, and the remaining space behind your opponent was used to propel him forward towards you. What do you mean the space between us was removed? It wasn't exactly deleted. It was removed, and it was moved to the space behind your opponent to fill in the gaps, causing his speed to increase once he was propelled forward to an even higher degree than you would be able to see. Naruto thinks, wondering how he was able to do this, but then remembers that his brother has access to 3 stars now, meaning a latent Kekkei Genkai was now unlocked. This must be it, as there can't be another answer. So, he has the ability to manipulate the things, well, the space between things. I'll have to find a way to counter this. Naruto then has Nano create an augmented reality of Takagami and begins to train for a while before heading back. When he arrives, he decides to have a discussion with the rest of his division. For the next test, we may be forced to join up with another team temporarily. But this will be the plan, so listen up. A couple more days would go by until the test is finally revealed. It's exactly what Takagami had told Naruto, with the divisions being forced to join with one another. And this will be to acquire the rank of Jonin and to begin creating their own divisions. Teams will be given a day to join together before the test begins. Takagami walks over to Naruto, who was covered in bandages, asking if he had made his decision. Naruto sighs, saying that he'll form a temporary alliance with them just for this test. Takagami would smirk, saying that they'll meet up today for planning and training. But Naruto tells him that he'll send his team instead, as he needs to rest his injuries. Takagami wondered if he had really did such a number on Naruto, but it makes sense. When Naruto sends his team that way, he goes off to practice what he knows of the 7-star blade dance. The next day, he heads with his division meeting up with Team A for the exam. This exam would be the last one. After this, each one will be individual. Instructors are sent with the group as they head out to a cave that goes underground. They all head in, taking down any beast that comes their way. It just seemed a little too easy. They make it into a larger room and are shocked to see a giant red snake resting there. The group decides that they'll just sneak past it, as this can't be part of the test at all. As everyone gets to the stairs, Naruto is sent flying back into the snake, waking it up, and the stairs are then blocked in by Division A. The snake raises his head high, and Naruto would grip his blade. Well, let's hope they'll be fine without me until I get back. I need to worry about myself right now, though. The snake rushes Naruto with incredible speed, and he hops to the side, dodging it. It's fast, but I can move even faster. Naruto is hit by its tail and sent flying into the wall. Before he could recover, the snake then slammed its head into Naruto's chest, sending him deep down to another level of the cave. As Naruto begins to cough up blood, he sees a blade that was thrusted into the ground. Looking forward at the blade, Naruto wonders why it was here. Could this be another secret left by the Red Emperor? Naruto then goes toward it, only for the snake to send him back, as if he's protecting it. So you're the guardian of that blade. Naruto pulls out his own sword, activating both of his stars, as he then rushes in, dodging the snake and clashing with its scales. Naruto then pushes off the hard skin and slams his blade down into the skin, only for it to break. Naruto then throws his blade to the side and begins to utilize his adamantium chains to pierce the skin of the snake, but that can't even do it. This skin of this chakra beast, it's near indestructible. There's nothing I can even do to pierce it. Naruto runs to the blade and grabs it, holding onto it tightly, trying to lift it up, but nothing. Naruto is then hit by the serpent into the wall, where he can now see text engraved into the ground near the hilt of the blade. Only those who bear my blood and strength may be worthy enough to use this blade and hold its power. Naruto runs back towards the blade, evading the snake by using the flying Raijin. He gets next to the hilt and grips it tight. As he looks forward at the snake, he begins to yell, exerting all of his chakra into the blade to remove it, going as far as to fully push his stars and to use the Nine-Tails chakra. The snake rises high above the ground and consumes Naruto and the blade. In this moment, Naruto seemed to be in another world. No, it was the same world, he just seemed to be in the past. He was watching someone face a long... No. This person. Was this the Red Emperor? His long red hair, his crown, his royal garments. He was in a cave just like the one that Naruto was standing in right now. He sees the man raise the blade to the heavens, and out from it comes a snake, the same one that he's fighting right now. Naruto then hears the voice of this strange man. You are the guardian of my blade. Keep it away from those who you do not see as worthy successors. Naruto then awakens, laying against the wall, bleeding, while holding an all-black blade. So, I need the spirit of the snake to join back with the blade. This sounds a lot easier in my head. Nano, begin the auto heal. Naruto stands back up and then condenses his chakra into a slim-like aura before taking a deep breath. Alright, here we go. Naruto holds one hand out forward with the other holding the blade above his head, gripping it tightly. Naruto takes a step as the snake rushes in at him once again, and he performs what he knows of the 7-star blade dance. The snake is invested by what little of the technique that he knows. And then it shortly bows to him after, receiving multiple damages. Naruto notices that this blade was able to pierce the skin of the snake, and the snake recognizes Naruto as one of the worthy successors. It would bow its head to him, as Naruto then copies the movements of his ancestor, raising the blade high. On the outside, Takagami begins to argue with Kiyomi, cause he says he didn't do it on purpose, but it's clear he did. Takagami then says that they can just wait on him to come out, and he's surprised to see that Division C does do that. He then says Naruto won't be able to make it out alive with those injuries that he already had, and that snake. He's as good as dead. He then says he won't be able to make it out, especially with that snake in there. The instructors would ask him about the snake, but Takagami says didn't they know about it? But they have no idea what he's talking about, which shocked everyone there. Hours go by until all those watching feel a demonic presence coming from the rocks blocking the cave. The instructors ready themselves, knowing that the snake could escape, only to be dropped by the ground by the presence of Naruto as he exits the cave. The boy was covered in injuries and he smirked. Wasn't as bad as it could have been. I could have came out a little faster though. Naruto lowers this demonic chakra that he has, and he wipes his face to get the blood off. The instructors will tell him that he passes, but they also ask about the snake. Naruto then says he killed it. And this shocked them, because what they heard was it would be impossible to. They then give them the okay to head on to get their promotion to the next rank. Naruto then thanks them before heading back with his squad to their division building. Days go by until Naruto then receives a letter from his siblings. In 2 years, on the night of a full moon, they will have a battle to the death to see who will succeed to be the prince or princess next to the Lord. Naruto burns the paper and looks at his team. Announce to everyone that we will soon be recruiting those who have made it to the rank of Jonin into our division. A couple days go by as another large crowd is formed, and this time Naruto takes more than just a couple members into his squad. He takes about 30 more people who he truly believes can become stronger. After this is when he heads to the library to scan as many scrolls as he can. Once this was done, he copies the information down for his division, but he tells them that he's leaving. They all ask where he's going, but Naruto says he's going to train in solitude for 2 years and then defeat his siblings on the night of a full moon. Kiyomi will be in charge until I return. The rest of you that are my generals, train the new recruits for me. I expect them to be stronger when I come out. As Naruto heads off, he tells them to head into the main hall storage room. Everyone then goes that way once Naruto is gone to see hundreds of handwritten books by Naruto and his clones so that they could become stronger. Tears begin to form in all of their eyes, and Naruto could hear it as he walks out of the building. As he heads to the isolated location for his training, he sits down in the room and begins to meditate, saying to himself that it begins now. I have to become strong enough to reach the rank of master. That'll mean I'll have to get strong enough to complete the Jonin 1 and 2 test. Nano. 2 years may seem like a long time, but it's really not that long once we get started. The years will go by fast, so let's not waste any of our time. The years slowly go on, as many realize that this is the day that Naruto is set to emerge. His division was waiting on him, and his generals would wait in front of his training room sitting there. This is when they were ambushed by Tsunami's division. Don't tell me that you're still waiting on him to come out. He probably died in there because of his harsh training. I can't sense anything even coming from that room. They all then begin to attack Naruto's division, but the 6 generals are able to defend themselves because of their new strength. Each of them has at least 3 stars, so they've all unlocked their unique abilities. As the battle begins, it gets pretty intense, as Okimura was saved by a dark figure. All he could see was the long red hair and torn black robes. Arrows will be shot at everyone who stands near this figure, but suddenly, the area around them slows down, but they see time was just moving fine for them. Naruto then moves his hair out of his face, thanking them for what they've done. Now, let me repay this debt to you. Time then continues again as all the people around them then appear defeated. Naruto's siblings who were there look at him with anguish, wondering what just happened. I'll see you 4 tonight, won't I? Well, even if you don't show up, I'll find you and hunt you down. Naruto walks by them, and as he heads out, a member from Tsunami's division then attacks him. Naruto then holds out his hand, suspending him in the air, and with chakra, cuts off his head. He then goes back to his division building to see that it had been remodeled in the time that he was gone. Naruto changes back into proper clothing and cuts a little bit of his hair so that he looks presentable. He goes out to see everyone as they bow, happy to have him back. Naruto then asks how their training went. It has been quite some time, and I want to see everyone's strength as of now. Naruto reviews the records kept on each member and he smirks. We can all celebrate when I return tomorrow, as I have something to do. That night, it was a full moon, as full as it's ever been, and Naruto went to the meeting point. Once he was there, he saw Takagami, Tsunami, Koya, Iguro, and Ogato. When they see Naruto, they were shocked that he was much taller, and he seemed even stronger now. He carried himself with such honor, which shouldn't be that of the child of a peasant. Takagami then asked everyone if they were ready to end things here. They all nodded and pulled out their respective weapons, and Naruto himself remained still with his hands behind his back. Koya was the first to make a move, and he began swinging his blade at Naruto, who evaded each of his strikes as none of them could even land on him. Naruto then catches the blade with his bare hand and punches Koya back, looking around to see Tsunami fighting Ogato and Iguro fighting Takagami. Naruto then punches Koya in his stomach, sending him back even further. I'll kill you, Naruto. It seems you're still mad about me kicking you from my own division. Koya then releases his 3-star cloak and tries to hit Naruto, but he's kicked to the ground and he's pinned down with Naruto breaking one of his arms. He screams out in pain before being thrown into a tree by Naruto. Koya manages to get up and he hits Naruto with the poison shuriken, but it has no effect at all. Naruto then appears behind him, catching him before he hits the ground. Damn you, Naruto. Naruto looks down at him, seeing that he was slowly bleeding out, and then looks back up to see Ogato rushing at him. Naruto would finish Koya off quickly, and then blocks his dual blades with the chakra blade. Not half bad for someone with servant blood. Naruto ignores this comment, and Ogato notices that he's beginning to slow down. This is when one of his hands is cut off. You talk as if you can defeat me. Even if you are from the Blade Clan, your technique is far below my own. Naruto pulls out the red blade, and his demonic chakra begins to surface once again. He then vanishes from sight, and the head of his brother is seen flying through the air before it hits the ground. Naruto would look forward to see Takagami staring back at him. I knew it. The final battle would be between the two of us, the youngest and the oldest. Isn't that something? We already cut out all the middle children. Now, we can finally end things, Naruto. But I'll show you what I truly could have done to you 2 years ago. Well now, how about we form an alliance instead? How about we both take down our selfish father? Naruto sighs, as if I'd fall for that. So how about we just get this battle started? It'll be your funeral, if you can even pay for one of those. Takagami raises his blade and rushes at Naruto. This is when he uses his space release to increase his speed. However, he notes that Naruto was moving even faster than him. His shoulder would be cut open. He turns, seeing that Naruto wasn't there. What the? He's then kicked on his face, sending him flying back into the forest. Naruto sprints after him, not giving him a moment to recover. Their blades would clash over and over again, with sparks flying around them. Tell me, Naruto, have you ever wondered what it'd be like to be the firstborn? A child who's a prodigy but hated by those under him? It's truly amazing when you get to watch all the weaklings suffer below you. Takagami then releases 4 stars, showing off his insane power. He lands a punch to Naruto's face, sending him skidding on the ground, and then appears above him, swinging his leg down. Naruto blocks, but a crater is then formed around them. Naruto begins to release his own chakra and block another attack. He's put on the defensive, but he's able to block each attack with minimal effort. Takagami then realizes that he needs to finish this battle quickly. He begins to utilize his space release more and more, but Naruto is able to adapt each time. He dodges each attack without a problem and counters one, slamming his fist into his brother's face. So, you've trained 2 years just to be at this level. What a shame that is. What are you talking about? The most you could have done is reach a 3-star level, because the last time I saw you, you only had 1. Hate to ruin your reality, but I was at a 2-star level when you defeated me, and now, I'm much more than even that. Naruto then shows off 6 stars to his brother. Just, how could that be possible? You shouldn't be able to have that many stars. I'm his perfect child. I'm the one who is destined to become the prince. So how are you stronger than me? Perfect child? Do you really believe you were the perfect child? Yes, of course I am. That is why I was fated to be born first, and you were born last. I don't think you understand anything at all, Takagami. If you were the perfect child, then why did he continue to have more children? And why did he stop with me? Naruto then performs the 7-star blade dance, killing his brother. He looks at all the dead bodies around him. What a shame. He then releases his chakra cloak and travels back to his division to see that his generals were sitting there waiting on him. They begin to cry as they would run towards him, congratulating him on the win. Naruto sighs from being exhausted, and the next morning, he heads to an instructor for the Jonin test. It was the Jonin 1 test, and it was a one-on-one battle against another instructor to go up to the next rank. The battle would begin, and Naruto instantly one-shots one of the instructors with his speed unknown to those who were watching. His rank is raised, but he immediately says he's ready for the final test to get to the rank of master. This is when he's taken to the office of Kagami and Zuko. Which faction leader would you like your battle to be up against? All three of them. Naruto, well, after he says this, he would leave the room, and the two stood there in shock. That night, a great celebration was held in his division, welcoming him back as their leader. A couple weeks go by until many gathered in the main area, watching, as the three leaders of each faction then arrive. Mari of the Stealth faction, Rihara of the Blade faction, and Muyami of the Poison faction all stand together. These are the parents of Naruto's other siblings that he has killed. Why are we all here? There's no way that foolish peasant boy has killed all of our children and challenged all three of us at once. This is when Naruto shows up walking towards them. Thank you all for accepting my offer to do battle with me. Shall we begin? Oh, in a rush, are we? Well, it certainly won't be that easy. The Blade faction's leader then rushes Naruto, who is killed in an instant. Naruto had slowed the time for the other two as they were killed with his bloodshot red blade. Naruto was then given the rank of master. Months continue to go by as Naruto begins his planning. He begins studying and mastering the rest of the statues as he perfects the 7-star blade dance. Naruto has each of his generals send out a letter to each of the main factions to gain their assistance and to become their allies. The Lord himself calls for a grand dinner to give Naruto the title of Vice Lord. Naruto goes with his generals and the dinner would begin. Nano, how's it looking? It seems someone's directing a lot of malice towards you. Oh yeah? And where are they? They're sitting outside of this building to the one next to it. You'll have to be able to see them through the window. But I believe if you make it obvious that you notice them, they'll escape. Alright then. Naruto then takes a seat and tells Mogai to sit right next to him. Togashi, the Lord, then raises his drink and begins to make a toast towards his son. As he speaks, an arrow comes flying at Naruto into the room, but Naruto slows down the time, and he tells Mogai to then use his Kekkei Genkai. He unsheathes his sword only for a moment and redirects the arrow into the Lord's heart. Everyone would stand there in shock once time continues to go by at a regular pace. And Naruto was the first to run to the aid of his father. He had those in the room go after the assassin, and he had someone else go for a doctor. But Togashi was wondering why the arrow hit him instead of Naruto. This is when he noticed the slight smirk on his son. This damn brat. He did this. I'll kill him now. He reaches up for Naruto, but his arm instantly falls down as his body already feels so weak. But how? Naruto then leans over him and whispers so only they can hear. I've sped up the poison that's entered your body. You're as good as dead now, father. Naruto holds up his body, watching him fade into death. This is when the two royal guards would declare Naruto as the new lord. Another whole year goes by, as this is when the Fourth Great Shinobi War begins. On the main battlefield, all the Tail Beasts would launch their Tail Beast bombs at the Alliance, and Minato appears, ready to lay his life down. As they get closer, they're sent into the sky, and a huge explosion erupts in the atmosphere. Minato looks forward to see a giant, well, not a giant, to see a figure in robes with long hair. I told you one day I'd repay the debt I owe you. Naruto, is that really you? The one and only. Now, let's end this war. The Uzumaki clan and its factions have come to assist the Shinobi Alliance. Who's their main leader? The one with the mask. Alright, I'll take him down and end this. Naruto then appears next to Obito, shocking him and Madara. Both would try to attack, but Naruto slows down time and uses the 7-star blade dance to kill each of them. And then, he has Kiyomi use her new Kekkei Genkai as well. The girl's body becomes enveloped in flames, as we see the two are burned to ashes right before the alliance. The Edo Tensei still remained until Sasuke and Itachi finished off Kabuto. From here on, the war comes to a swift end after the defeat of all the white Zetsu. Even if Sasuke were to try and rebel here, there's no way he could beat Naruto at this point. Many years later, we see an older Naruto being woken up by his son Boruto, who was born much earlier here. They step out into the streets of the Whirlpool Village to see happy faces and equality among all who walk the streets, no matter what factions they came from. Boruto would ask his father why he always seems so happy, even though they haven't bought anything yet. Naruto then tells him that one day he'll understand if his dream is ever accomplished. And this is the end to another one of my series. I hope you guys truly enjoyed it, and thank you all for watching to this point in the video. I'd really appreciate it if you liked this one, because it did take me a long time to actually write this story and figure out things that I wanted to do with it, as well as creating many characters and giving them their own set personalities, even if I didn't go too into depth with them. But I hope to see you all on my next video.